last time everybody saw you was in Madison Square Garden. If they didn't watch the post fight, it was a big deal for you, a big moment. I mean, how has life changed? Has life changed at all? Or, what's the difference now?
I think the biggest change that's come is I did get a lot of new fans from it, people that following me, and there was a lot of haters beforehand, so a lot of people did switch over. Oh yeah,
because of Hardy's.
Yeah, and they're saying how I was just being led to the slaughter, et cetera, and all that kind of stuff. Now I'd say this past year is really when my career's taken off a lot, and I think most people are going back and watching old fights and everything. So still a lot of people have negative things to say, but there are a lot more positive too. But honestly, you just go right back to life and right back to my kids and work and everything like that. So I always had it in the back of my mind that I defeated one of the best champs in the world at Madison Square Garden. So.
Now you said you mentioned your kids. Are the kids at school telling them like, oh, I saw your mom on TV beat somebody up? Like, is there a difference for them too now?
It's so funny. No, not a whole lot. Well, a lot of the teachers and stuff. It's kind of funny that I think MMA is really changing in a lot of people's minds about what it is, and I get to be one of those people who kind of breaks that stereotype in a way. So it's really cool to be able to go back and see like their teachers or people like that be like, I saw you on TV. That's so cool. But there still are a lot of people who come up to me at like some MMA fights when we have our local shows, and they're like, You're that girl. I'm like, I am. And that's pretty flattering. So that's the new stuff, is just people recognizing me. Not a ton, I'm not super famous, but it is kind of cool to have people come up, want to take pictures, and have autographs here and there. So that's pretty neat.
Now, one big difference with Bellator compared to say like PFL, UFC, you can do sponsorships. Have you noticed a difference now because of the status has been raised? Has sponsorship changed? Are you getting more kind of revenue offers kind of thing?
There are a couple more big name people like Sweet Sweat and some people who accept me as like their ambassadors and to do some of that kind of stuff. But honestly, I'm a pretty loyal person too, and I'm very grateful for a lot of people who believed in me and sponsored me before, that big fight and stuff. So I have a lot of the same sponsors. The same people want to be there, and I know you can make more money off of some of the bigger ones, but most of the time I'm just like, I want to support the people who supported me. So I'm pretty cool with staying with the people who've done that.
Now for this fight, you're going to get to Alejandra, a big name for the title. The person she lost to is probably going to fight for the title next. Did you expect not only to maintain employment with Bellator, but to get a big jump like this? Like that's a big. I know we all know Hardy, but this is a big skill jump.
Oh, for sure. Alejandra's a well-rounded MMA fighter, and so this is what I want. I think, with Heather, she offered that really strong set in the one area, but I kind of got a chance to practice with that. And for me, I think it was more also just the hype about it all and what people said, and to be able to practice getting over all that mental stuff that gets in your way. So now I am ready. And to be honest, I've been ready for a long time for a big show as far as physically going, I think. So I'm really excited about the opportunity to show off some of my skill set, I think, a little bit more this time, because I have a really well-rounded partner who's at the very top of the game. So I've just been ready for a while, and I'm excited to show that off. So I think that's the biggest part.
Now you mentioned the pressure. Does that, even though this is definitely a harder test opponent-wise, is there less pressure for you in this fight because of everything that surrounds Hardy and attention she gets?
I think I got thrown almost into the lion's den as far as like a pressure cooker goes with Hardy, because of the big name, because of the things people said, because there wasn't a whole lot of credit given to me, and what people said on the internet. They're not very nice all the time, and that's okay. It's there. So I think that way there was more pressure there. But I have been so blessed to have back-to-back fights. Like, this is my 4th fight this year. Technically my 5th fight in the past 9 months. So on that note, you just get used to it. There's not any of the cage rust that comes with it, and it's just what I do. So every other month I'm pretty much going in the cage, so I don't feel those pressures. Now there are other nerves that you have to have when you're getting in a cage fighting somebody who's very talented. So if you don't have any nerves, then you're in the wrong place, because you got to wake up a little bit. So it's a different kind of nerves, but I'm more excited. Let's do this. I'm ready to show the world what I can do kind of nerves.
Has there been any difference in terms of for preparation for her? Like, a lot of fighters, they have, sometimes have to have side jobs or anything like that. Like, have you had to dedicate more time to training? Has training not really changed? Has there any been difference in, for preparation for Alejandra?
Not really. Whenever we find out who the opponent is, my coach goes, Eric Turner, and watches all the film, and he kind of comes up with more of the game plan. But thankfully, I never get out of training. I've gone, yet again, from fight camp to fight camp to fight camp. And even when I took a week off and went home to visit, I trained at a school, out in Kenosha, Wisconsin, out there, and with some some big name fighters out there and people. So when we travel, I take that opportunity to still train. So I haven't taken a second off in any of it. So no, it's just kind of bled over. I think at one point I was talking to Eric and kind of saying like, I feel like I should have got more nerves, like, oh, I have to jump right into this, or what fight camps are if you haven't had a fight in over a year. But it's been constant. So I haven't had to learn something new because we've been constantly working on stuff. So I like the ball rolling. I want to keep the ball rolling and fight as much as I can.
Now, when you went to your fight with Hardy, was it a one-fight deal with Bellator?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, so you are on a multi-fight deal.
Yes.
So we'll see you even after this fight.
Yes, hopefully, if they like me. I mean, I have a contract, but contracts in sports worlds, you never know.
And the last question is, I talked to Alejandra a little bit about it. This fight's going to be at 135. What she told me about it was just a commission thing that kind of pushed it that way. What's your thoughts on fighting 135? Is it just a fun one-off kind of thing since the company doesn't really have a bantamweight division?
Yeah, I'd say it's probably that. And honestly, we're both 125 fighters, and so it really isn't a big deal if we can both don't have to really cut as much weight either of us that time. So let's go ahead and do that. But I said in one of the other interviews, I don't mind fighting at 135. I'd probably be a smaller 135er because I'm tall, but I'm leaner, so I'm a bigger 125er, and I like that division. But I plan on staying at 125. But if they call and say we have a 135 opponent, it's a good call. I'll do that too.